How are you, my masculine energies? I hope you all are doing well on this Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome back to this channel, Masculine Empowering Oracles by me, my Glitas. I am back. This is like going to be your mid-week check-in for you guys. It's been a minute since I have come back to you on this channel, which has been on purpose. Everything I do it's not done accidentally. It's on purpose because, as I said, I was just thinking about, actually this will be a recap. So I'm not going to pull any cards, or we're not going to do any cards today. This is just going to be like a one-on-one kind of pep talk for you guys, but I'm also going to be taking a recap to the subjects, to the conversations, to the videos that have been uploaded to you for you guys on this channel. So like I said, it's going to be like a recap, and I just felt inspired to just come to you today with just words of inspiration, because words are powerful, and sometimes it's what people say that actually might be something that someone need to hear. So regardless of how or what I come to you on this channel, it's still going to be something that will empower you, something that will inspire you, and something that will hopefully uplift you in some kind of way. All right. So with that being said, like I said, I just wanted to just check in on you guys, to say hello and to ask you, how have you been? How have you been for these past couple of days? How have you been for these past months? When I take a look back to the time that I jump-started this channel to where we're at now, I look back, we have had some very good inspirational topics that we have discussed, which pretty much talks about the masculine archetypes, the behaviors, and the certain challenges that you, my masculine, face each and every single day. And I just want to say that even when I do come on this channel to upload videos, it may not be something that you are dealing with at that point in time. It may not resonate with you, which means it's just not your story. But it doesn't mean that it might be something that you may not encounter later on in the future. So I just want to say as well that the videos that I have uploaded onto this channel, they are timeless. So if you come back to this a year later, or if you have a friend that you know might could benefit from this channel, and they are looking at it or coming to this channel, like I said, months later, a year later, even 2 years later, guess what? It's still going to be beneficial because it's timeless. All these videos is going to be something that at some point in your life you're going to deal with, because that is a part of life. And so with that being said, I wanted to also take time out before returning back on this channel to just kind of let all that we have discussed on this channel to kind of just like work its way out. Give it time for you to really truly work on the areas that needed some type of, change, some type of, chance to just kind of just let whatever it is that you're dealing with, to just give it time for you to work on those. I didn't want to just have to constantly be coming in every week. I know in the beginning, I started out coming to you, giving you 3 archetype cards. And when I look back and think about it, I'm like, I should have just only done 1. But I was excited bringing you this channel because, as far as I can see, it was something that I really didn't quite see other channels that have done yet, in terms of just speaking generally to the masculine energies, to the men out there. And so, like I said, I just felt inspired to want to bring to my men, to the fellas out there, a channel that would truly inspire you, truly motivate you, uplift you, because we are in a world, in a society where there thrives a lot of negative energies. there are a lot of low vibrational energies, people, and situations in our lives. So whether or not you might not appreciate it, or maybe you are not quite drawn to this channel, still, this is something that this channel is trying to do. It's trying to bring some type of upliftment, some type of inspiration, some type of positive frequencies to elevate you to your highest vibrations. And some of the topics that we have discussed so far up until now, I think have been very inspirational. I have gotten some feedback from a few. However, when I kind of retract and kind of tallied up my numbers, this is what I have so far. So far, since I've started on this channel, I have uploaded 18 videos with 135 views with only 8 subscribers. So 8 is better than none. However, we need to get these numbers up. I want to see more viewers. I want to see definitely more subscribers, and I will definitely be uploading more videos. But speaking about the videos, as I said, I want to be able to have somewhat of a little gap in between, because like I said, I feel that in between the time that we connect, when we are discussing certain topics, I want it to be something that to give you time to work on. I don't want to just keep coming back, because it's almost like overcrowding you, and it's like, well, we spoke about this. Let me let this kind of work out. Let me see how, I can change this situation. And I'm up here giving you more and more. So I just personally feel that I just kind of, like I said, I'm purposely just want a little time and space before I come back to give you something else for us to talk about, if that makes sense. It may not make sense, but I think it makes sense, and I think you would appreciate it. Sometimes it's almost like in school. When you go to school, there's a lot of homework, there's a lot of information, and sometimes it becomes a bit too overwhelming for you to process. So that's what it is. I want to be able to have you to have the time to process all that we have discussed thus far, because it's something I believe more in quality at this point. I'm feeling like I believe in more in the quality that I put into my videos, into what we just talk about, than the quantity of how many times I upload videos onto this channel. Okay, so when you compare quality versus quantity, in some regards, yes, quantity might be important, but in other areas or certain things, particularly for me, for this channel, this is my channel, I want to be able to give you the quality videos when we discuss certain areas of your life that can help inspire you and to help you to see what you can do for yourself. Because at the end, regardless of what I say and regardless of what I discuss on this channel, for one thing, I will never judge, okay? I don't judge, so never feel that I'm judging, because this channel do not judge anyone's life, because we are all imperfect, we all make errors, we all make mistakes. But in those mistakes, there comes lessons, there comes experiences. I'm just only here to just help you to understand that a female energy here is grateful enough to be able to bring you this video to show you that I support you, to help you understand that I'm coming from love and light. I'm coming from a place of genuineness, that I truly want to be able to help support you guys, give you love, give you some type of realization of what is taking place. Because believe it or not, whether you're male or female, sometimes we kind of get lost. Sometimes we need a boost. Sometimes we need that innovation. We need that, type of incentive, if you will, to kind of look for a moment into ourselves to see what it is that we might need a little assistance in, because that's just what it all means. It just means assistance. We all need assistance in life. We would never know everything, and we would never have our life perfect. But what it can do is help us to become a better version of ourselves. And with all that being said, still at the very end, you change the narrative of your story, but You make the final decisions and how you want your life to go. But just know that in doing that, we all are looking for one aim, and that is positive turnarounds. We all have transformations, and we're looking for those transformations to be positive. All right, so that was something I really wanted to just point out to you guys. And so when I mentioned about recapping, I'm going to take a couple of minutes now to just reflect and recap on the subjects that we have discussed so far. All right, so my very first subject after my pre-intro was, of course, my debut intro to let you guys know that this channel was coming to you particularly for you guys. And so after that, the very first topic that we discussed was, the title was Journey into Your Inner Willpower. Okay, and there I did get 12 views. After that, the second topic that we discussed was worry is a wasted emotion. I remember that very much so, because that can happen, and that can happen for any one of us. Sometimes we take on worries, we take on anxiety, and remember, worry is an emotion. You know, it's an emotion that sometimes is not helpful. Well, for sure it's not helpful, because sometimes in life we can't change things. We only can control the things we can, but then there are some things that is out of our control. And it might be easy said than done, but sometimes we just have to just leave it to our spirit guides, to our angels, whoever your belief system is. We have to leave it to them to kind of take over the rest. When it's out of our hands and there is nothing else that can be done, then that's where we have to surrender. So I really remember that and really enjoyed that topic. And after that, the next video that we discussed, the topic was trust your intuition while seeking your destined truth. So I believe that video pretty much was just basically saying that, you know, we all have intuition. You guys too. You know, you always say that us women, yes, our intuitions is stronger, but everyone has it. So that means that you have it as well. And in life, when making certain decisions, you know that expression, when something don't feel right in your gut, if it ain't right, if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. So using your intuition in life is very important as well when making decisions about job, career, about love, about any area of your life. It's important to trust your intuition while you are seeking your destined truth. So if you as well have started or is looking to start your spiritual journey to see what it is, what your purpose is in life, just know in doing that, you have to follow your heart, follow your path, because we all have a purpose, but as well, we have to carve out our own path moving ahead. Okay. Next up, we talked about understand that death is an illusion. This got 18 views, and out of all the videos, this got the most views. That was a very, very, very special, for me, that was a very special subject to talk about, because in that video, I did mention something very personal to me. That was the loss of my baby, me and my husband. We lost our baby. And so until I began to understand really the meaning behind death, I as well believed I was illusioned, so to speak, to understand the real meaning behind it. But as I was able to educate myself and to understand during my spiritual journey that death is an illusion, that it's not what you may think it may be. And so it took me a while. It took a lot of time to heal that loss. And I did bring it up. It was something that I didn't think I would have done. But at that point in time, when I uploaded that video, I felt moved to share my personal story about the loss of a very special person, my baby. And she was very young, 12 months, 13 months, I believe. And it was very heartbreaking, you know, but again, these things is a part of life. But when you really understand the meaning behind when someone actually just like a veil. They just shed their outer skin. They just shell just the physical aspects, but they are so much ever present with us. And I think about her each and every day. And she is now my ancestor. So when you lose someone very close to you, know that you have gained an ancestor. And they are more powerful and special to you in more ways than you can ever imagine. All right? So, so far, if any of these subjects and titles that you hear, if it's something that stands out for you, maybe you have remembered if you did watch my video. And if you are new to my channel for today, and you are interested to tap in and go to some of these videos that I am recapping for you today, by all means, please get on board. Subscribe to this channel so that you can hear some of these videos and watch these videos, because it's something very special. Believe it, if it's just one person, it's going to be something that will resonate with somebody. That I know for a fact, okay? Even though my numbers don't show it, and I'm not getting the comments, and we will talk about that in a second. All right, so moving on. So after that, the next subject that we talked about was let go of your ego at times. So we know the masculine energies, we know that, you guys, sometimes, the ego comes into play, and it's okay, but it's not taking it too far. It's being balanced in how you go about when you have this side of you, because it is still a shadow side. And if it's too much, if you get too much into your ego, it can do the reverse. You won't get the results. You won't get the attention that you will get from people won't be a positive, because ego can be a sign of being cocky, could be a sign of being a know-it-all. And I believe we did have a topic about that, being a know-it-all as well. So that all plays into one's ego. But in having that ego and expressing that ego, there is a sense of humility that goes along with it. So everything is, like I said, is within balance and not overdoing something. So from there, the next video that we talked about, or the next video that came up that we talked about, was possess self-confidence. Again, regardless if you're male, female, we all sometimes throughout life, we might lack self-confidence. But having confidence within ourselves sometimes can be a struggle in itself, because depending on what it is that you are dealing with, that is going on in your life, that might make you feel that you don't have the confidence to perform something or to go after something. But again, it's something that we all will need to have. And as we grow to learn about ourselves, and as we take time out, having and working on ourselves will be something that, yes, will come over a period of time. But the last thing you should do is not let somebody else disrupt your confidence. Confidence comes from within. And so when you have that confidence in yourself, it will help propel you to the things that you seek in life. A lot of times we hold ourselves back. So when our confidence is not strong enough, then we are enabling ourselves, so to speak, from doing the things that we want to achieve in life. So work on self-confidence each and every single day. Always do that. And you can do that by giving yourself positive affirmations. And toward the end of this video, I'm going to speak about positive affirmations. Next up, we have activate love when taking responsibility for your actions. So again, love is the key. Love is the key. In any area, in any situation that we are in, love is truly the key. Even when it comes in by expressing love and showing love, even when we have maybe done something wrong or have hurt somebody, by showing love and dealing with that situation, that is a form of us taking responsibility. When we don't have love, we are doing the opposite. We are shying away from our responsibility. We are not, owning up to something. We are not expressing, or we are not, allowing ourselves to say, I made a mistake, I've hurt you, I'm sorry, I apologize. So love is always going to be the solution to a lot of problems, because anytime we bring love into a situation, it's going to kind of calm whatever rage. It's going to calm whatever rough and tough experiences that we're going through. And it's going to just put a more lighter feeling and energy into what it is that we want to see in terms of, the outcome of something. So if we're looking for the positive outcome, you can't go wrong with showing love. So again, activate love when you are taking responsibility toward any actions, all right? Especially the ones that is not our best actions. So you want to approach that with love. From there, we went on to discuss stay open-minded toward reaching your goals. So again, being open-minded, you have to know that in life we all have goals, and sometimes we are caught off guard in the way in which we approach our goals. Maybe we think that, basically sometimes we sell ourselves short when it comes to our goals and our endeavors. But we have to allow ourselves to be open-minded, to be broad-minded, to think big, think outside the box. When you keep yourself closed in and you are not really focusing on expanding yourself and expanding what it is that you want, that in itself as well can hold you back from moving forward. So it's always good to be open-minded, to try new things, to be adventurous, take that leap of faith, and to explore, because those are the ones that actually will enjoy life more or get more out of life, because you was willing to just be open-minded to certain adventures and endeavors when you are trying to achieve your goals. Okay, I hope that was said enough in a way that you understand where I'm coming from. Okay, and from there we go on to change your status quo if need be. Okay, so a lot of times you heard of keeping up with the Joneses, trying to fit in, and trying to fit into society. That will never really serve you, because we are all unique in our own way. So don't try to fit in where you shouldn't fit in, but carve out your own identity, carve out your own status for oneself, because there is where your authenticity, or you being your authentic self, will show more. When you follow someone else, it will hide, it will mask over who you are. And we don't never want to mask or hide who we are, because again, that is where our uniqueness in ourselves will show. Okay? Next up, we have accept tests, trials as lessons. And I think that was very straightforward, because a lot of times when we are going through challenges, we're going through struggles, we're going through tests, we always feel that, it's something negative and it's like something that we can't come out of. No, actually, we need to understand that any tests and trials and tribulations that we might come up with in life, they are only lessons to be learned, so that if they should come around again, it will give us that much more ammunition to be able to deal with them and to conquer and come out of those situations. But never think and feel that they are negative. They are actually for our highest purpose. They are for our highest good, because what they say, if what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So it'll only make you a stronger warrior for the next time, if it should come around. But then it might be something where it might also be where someone can learn from your situation. So you might in fact be able to share with someone, well, I faced that test and trial, so this is how I dealt with it Let me show you what you can do. So these tests and trials is put there for a reason, but it should be something that we all should learn from. All right. Next up, we have celebrate and be grateful for your inner heroism. Okay. Be grateful. So whatever it is, the hero lies within you. Okay. The hero lies within you. And so always be grateful and celebrate who you are and who you truly are. Okay. Next up, we have being a father while practicing moderation and balance. So as a parent, whether it be to some of you might be single dads out there, or if you are co-parenting or you have your spouse with you parenting, but the reason this particular archetype behavior or this particular card that we talked about on that day was pertainingly geared to you fathers, because a lot of times, you know, when it comes to the mother and the father, who is the one that generally is more considered the more, you know, stronger disciplinary, so to speak, and that would be the father, right? And sometimes being a father, you might say that maybe for the boys particularly, you might give them tough love. Okay, and it's okay, but again, that requires still you need to be balanced in that and how you utilize your disciplinary way of teaching your child, so that it doesn't look like you are becoming overbearing, if you know what I'm coming from. So there is still a thin line in how we go about instructing and disciplining our child. So I think that particular subject, that's what it was about, practicing moderation. We don't ever want to go overboard and get out of hand, you know, when it comes to, you know, being in that position. Being a father is a lot, you know, as a mother as well, but a lot, because you are the backbone, so to speak, of the household. Or if you are a single father, you are the backbone for that child. And more importantly, if the mother is out of the picture, then he is looking for your help more so than ever. So there has to be a way in which you have to kind of strategize the way in which you deliver your disciplinary actions toward him or her, because it can go either way. Okay, so I think that's pretty much, that was the chunk of the message in that video. You can always go back to that video as well. If this is a subject that you might be a little interested in, you can always go back to it. Moving on from that, we talked about to be a know-it-all, the insecure archetype attitude. So it kind of takes me back to the other part when we talked about letting go of your ego. So your ego is at play here. And this is the part, this is the archetype part that really is the shadow side, because this is the know-it-all shadow side attitude is very straightforward. You know, you think you know everything. And that can be for anyone, but particularly sometimes for the masculine. Again, you know, some of you might have that challenge where you feel that in knowing everything, it's, how can I put it? Even if you are accessible to certain information or the knowledge that you possess, there is still a fine line in how you exude that. You never want to come across as a know-it-all, because again, that comes across as being, you know, kind of not humble. You know, it's something that is very attractive, particularly for the masculine. When a man is very humble in his speech, in the way he talks, in the way that he conversates, even when he is very intelligent, you know, there's something to be said about that. You know, when he still can come across being humble and expressing the way in which he shows himself to perhaps have a benefit over someone else, that he may know something than the next person. But in being a know-it-all, sometimes you can step over somebody else because you feel that you have all the answers and that you know, just have it. And no, you know, and sometimes that can be a turnoff. So humble oneself and know that to know it all is to just understand that you are just maybe a little bit more knowledgeable, you're just a bit more privileged in understanding and having access to certain information. But in having that, still, there's a way in which you produce it, if that makes sense, okay? So again, if you are more interested in to know more about what else was mentioned, you can go to that video. Moving on, next up we have an attitude of gratitude. That's very straightforward. Again, that's something that we all should work on each and every single day. I know for me, every single day I wake up, during the morning, I start off my day with expressing my gratitude, my graciousness to my God, to Allah, to my angels, to my ancestors, to my whole spiritual team. I just express my gratitude for giving me another day on this earth to do what I was destined to do. All that I am doing, I was divinely destined to do. I have carved out my path. And so I wasn't able to do it without the help of Allah and with my spiritual team. I work very closely. So every day, I cannot miss a day without giving them thanks and praise for them to give me the foundation and the journey that I have, taken thus far. So we all should have that. And so having that attitude of being graciousness will take us a long way. Doors will open up, and the universe will as well present us with a blessing. The universe will see to it because they understand and want to know that how much you truly appreciate them. And so they will reward you. That's what I was looking for earlier. So the blessings will come in and they will reward you because of your expression, of your graciousness, to take out the time, just a couple of minutes. That's all it takes, just a couple of minutes to really just have that time with you and whoever your belief system is, you and your belief system, to really take that time out to express your gratitude. And at the same time, not only that, but just being thankful for the things that you do have in your life, when we already know that other people are so less fortunate and don't have a place to live. They are homeless. We know that other countries, there's starvation. There's so many other things that people are dealing with. And then when you have to look back and see, what you have, you can truly appreciate and say, yes, I am thankful. I am grateful for the things that I have in my life. All right, so moving on, we have, what's your purpose? You are here for a reason. Very simple. So we all have a purpose. It just takes the time to be able to tap into it. It calls for us to go into a hermit mode and to connect to your higher source, to your divine, to see what your life purpose is all about. And so once you do that, then you can understand it. I mentioned, I believe, at some point on this channel that I will maybe upload a video, like a bonus video, on how to find out your life purpose. And you do that by finding out what your life path, what your life path number is. Basically, it's just a formula of a breakdown of your birthday. But I want to be able to visually show you. So at some point, I will get that uploaded onto this channel so you can see it. And then whatever you come out with toward the end, that is your life path number. And to me, that is the pinnacle. That is this beginning of understanding what your life purpose is on a spiritual level. And then it gets easier from that point, because now, if you was confused as to what it is, as most people, they don't really know. And so that's what I did. My life path number is a 1. So my life path number tells me that I'm a natural born leader. I was here to be a light, a beacon of light, to help those, to bring healing and inspiration in some form or another. So again, once you find out what it is, you will Google it, and then you would just be able to just read all that number connects to, and that is your purpose or your path. Okay, and then you would understand what your purpose and your destiny is moving forward. All right. So like I said, I will try to upload that a short, video in terms of how, to do that. But sometimes I like to just show things as opposed to just saying it. So that is something I just kind of want to like show you on a piece of paper or on a board to show you how you will exactly precisely do it. And then what happens if you come out with double numbers, to understand what those double numbers are, because there are a few where you may have double numbers, and those are what you call master numbers. So I will do a video about that so you will be able to understand, for some of you that are looking to find out what your purpose is. All right. So next up we have, don't be hard on yourself, forgive yourself. So again, whatever it is in life that you are looking to, that you are judging yourself. Basically, it's like judging yourself too hard. And at times we can do that. But don't be hard on you. Don't be hard on yourself. Forgive yourself. We all need forgiveness, but the forgiveness starts from within. Don't look for other people to forgive you. Forgive yourself, because that is what's most important. Whatever it is that has taken place in the past, now I'm not talking about anything like criminal here, but even so, depending. Like if you served the time, you done the time, how does it go? If you did the crime and you served the time, then you pretty much have, you have pretty much you done your time. In other words, you have gotten the consequences. That's what I'm trying to say. You have, got the consequences behind doing that, and again, like I said, when you look at those mistakes, like I said, things happen, and so when you look back and you're moving on, you just have to just be able to look back and just say that was a big, very big mistake, and that's something I don't never want to go back and to repeat again, because as a result of it, I went to jail for it, I went to prison for it, or, behind that as well, whatever other consequences took place behind it, if that's what was some of the things that, something that you did. But overall, whatever other minor, setbacks that we have had, just look at it again. Look at it as a lesson that we can learn from. But we don't want to be stuck back, because when we are hard on ourselves and we don't forgive ourselves, what it's doing is it's allowing us to be stuck into the past. In life, we want to continue to grow. We want to be able to move. And so with that being said, we just want to when we reflect upon our mistakes, just let it just be a very quick reflection to say, this is what happened, but look where I'm at today. And I'm continuing to grow and go forward, not going backwards. All right. So I think that was the message. Again, feel free to go to the video to get more of what was brought out there. All right. And we are winding down to our very last two subjects. And so the next one was bringing equilibrium into your relationship. Be open to love. So I remember this one very well, because it wasn't that long. It was 2 weeks ago, where I was really, that particular subject was geared to my single fellas out there. So I recall mentioning that some of you might have been single or is single for quite some time, and so you might have been hurt in a relationship, you've been in a bad relationship where you was very hurt from it. And so sometimes we, anybody, masculine or feminine, sometimes when we are hurt and have come out of a very bad relationship, sometimes we have we're just ready to just throw in the towel and just give up on love, right? We just don't want to just because the hurt stung really bad, and so it's like, I just can't do it again, and particularly for men, it's a little bit different for men. Generally, men, they are not as quick as us ladies to approach love again. Generally, us ladies, we take a moment, but then we bounce back, and then we're ready to open up to love again. For y'all men, it's kind of different. To me, it's like when you have been hurt and stung, it takes a long time to want to get back out there again and to find love. So if I recall that particular, that was one aspect of that reading. The other aspect is if in fact you are in a relationship. So one part was for the single men, but then the other part was for those that are in current relationships, if you are married or in a committed relationship, where if there has been problems and issues, it calls for to bring balance back, because equilibrium is bringing balance back into a situation. So at times we know relationships, it has its ups and downs. They are rocky at times. It's a roller coaster. It's a part of life, right? But if you really love somebody and always know that it's not truly always greener on the other side, but sometimes all it takes is for us to water what we have in front of us, because sometimes it can wither, it can die out. But with some water and some love, some TLC, and some nourishment within a matter of hours or in that moment, you will begin to see the leaves and the branches starting to bloom out again. And that's the bloomation, if you will, of your relationship getting back on track again. So it calls for equilibrium. Maybe there were some arguments, maybe there was some silent treatments, whatever it is, be the one to maybe perhaps, if it's an apology at hand, be the one to kind of reach out and to initiate an apology to bring that love and that TLC into your relationship. Okay, so that's what pretty much I think that video was about. Again, feel free to go to it to get more insights and more information in that video. And then last but not least, the most recent was just a couple of days ago. We talked about don't lose yourself. Regain back your individual identity. Now that is very recent, so that as well I remember very vividly, because that was when some of you have been called off to go out into service, to fight. And so in doing that, we all know what takes place, the trauma post PSTD, I believe it is. When the men come back home, they have really experienced some things that they are so traumatized about, and sometimes it put them in a very, very withdrawn type of energy, being withdrawn. And definitely it has took a toll on the mental mind, and so with that being said, even though through all of that, coming back home is a challenge for the men, because then they have lost their identity. When they were off to war, they were surrounded by people, which meant that they were a group identity. They were within a group, which means that they only had an identity along with other people. But in that process, something was lost in terms of themselves having their own identity. So before going off to war, you perhaps had an identity, but it got lost going off into being service, for your nation. But coming back home now, it's getting back that power to understand that there still lies within you your identity, and you have to take that time out to bring it back out and know that what has transpired, it has transpired. Now it's time to move on. But of course, if it's been so severe, especially if this is something recent that you are dealing with, if you need help, by all means seek therapy, get the professional type of assistance that you need to help you, cope with what it is that you have went through, because for some it's very, very, very bad and very intense. Not each and every one. Some of them it wasn't so bad, and but it still was an experience that perhaps is something that, like I said, you might be trying to figure out in terms of carving out your own identity. And again, go back to the video. Feel free to look at the video to see what other messages, because those that was one of your archetype cards, and I go into the book to give you more information about that. So fellas, we just went through those 18 videos, just to recap on reflecting on what it was that this channel has brought to you. And as I said, I just wanted to say, got you. Well, that was just to say that I'm a little disappointed, because I want you guys to spread the word out there. As I am supporting you, I need you to support me. I need you to spread the words out to your buddies out there, because I know you guys, y'all have lots of friends out there, okay? You need to put them onto this channel because it's for you guys. You know, 18 videos, and out of it 130 views. I need to see more views. I want more viewership, and I definitely need more subscribers. I need my subscribers to elevate. Just as I'm elevating you to your positive and your highest frequency, help me and help this channel, Masculine Empowering Oracles by me, to climb up, to elevate those subscribers. Because like I said, I took the time to dedicate this channel for you masculine. Like I said, there's no judgment here. It's something that I felt impelled to do, you know, and I'm not saying that there's no other females out there, no other sisters that, you know, have channels or maybe some platform in which they as well is encouraging men. But like I said, on YouTube, I'm not sure if it's done or if there's someone out there. But for me, like I said, it makes me feel good because I'm all about empowering. I have 2 other channels. One of them is my meditation channel. So I give guided meditation. So if you so choose as well, join over there. It's called Meditation with My Glitas. Go over there and help me support. And as well, I have my tarot channel. Okay, Meaningful Intuitive Guided Tarot. So I have 3 channels. But before creating this channel for you guys, I started off first with my guided meditation channel, and then from there I was guided through my spiritual awakening that I was meant to. When I talked about my life path number, a part of it was to be an intuitive tarot reader. I am an empath, and so I have the gift, and so the gift is to spread enlightenment and to spread inspiration through the challenging moments that we go through in life. And believe it or not, you know, everybody have their views, everybody have their opinions, and I respect that, you know. However, contrary to what people may think about tarot readers or empaths, anything like that, you know, yes, there are some scammers out there, and there are some that are not genuine because they're all about the moolah. But for me, you know, when I, over there on that channel, I give free, you know, intuitive readings. But it comes from love and light, and it comes from a place of where I'm looking to inspire and to illuminate. And if I can do that, and that is just one aspect, if I can do it through the vibration of the cards, because the cards is energy. Everything around us is energy. So when I work with my cards and I pull out cards for my collective viewers over there on that channel, you know, I am doing so because it's something that will help assist. At the end, you still make the final choices and decisions, but it's just to illuminate the areas. Sometimes, like I said, for some people, they need assistance. Sometimes they need illumination. Sometimes people are truly lost. So if I can in some way help to illuminate some of the areas to kind of give you an idea of what it is currently that is going on with you, then by all means, I want to do so. However, for this channel, as I mentioned in my description, I do not use the tarot cards because I wanted to just strictly work with just the oracle cards. Oracle cards is different from your tarot cards. The tarot cards is more forthright. It's more straightforward. And sometimes you will get the harsh realities of certain areas in your life. Not to say that it can't be discussed on here. It's just that the cards I use on this channel is oracles, but when I first started, I was using your archetype cards, which are not tarot cards. They are archetypes, which means that those cards, they tap into what it is that you men go through each and every single day. And when we were discussing those, all these videos, they come from that. And then followed by that, I will pull out an oracle angel card because, again, they come from inspiration to inspire you. And so this channel's focus is about inspiration. So if it's my mission to just inspire you with just positive affirmations, with positive reinforcements that will help you to navigate but understand what challenges you are facing, to know that there's always something positive. Okay? Excuse me. And even, with my other channel, with the tarot cards, it's not that things can't turn out positive, but sometimes it may be one of those situations where, it's something that might be really intense there, where it might look like it's not looking quite positive. But even then, I will try to, help my viewers there to understand that even when something is challenging, there's always a way to see things more positive and to change. Because regardless, we all have the power to change the narrative of our story. We all have the power. You just got to believe that you have that power to do so. Okay, so I think I have said enough for today, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to come to you to just say hello, to see how you are doing, as well, to just have a brief recap of the videos that has been uploaded for you for this channel. There will be more coming in, but like I said, I want to kind of space them out, to just give you time to reflect on them. And like I said, they are timeless. So even if you invite your buddies to, subscribe to this channel, and even though you might think that, oh, well, that video came out 3 months ago, no, it still would be helpful. It might be the video that they need to watch. All right. So again, fellas, I am going to strongly encourage you to please share. Give me your feedback. Give me your comments. Spread the word. Help me increase my viewership as well as subscribers for this channel. It's for your empowerment. Remember, the theme of my channel, for this channel, is stepping into the warriors you were meant to be. It's for your empowerment. All right. So if you like how that sounds, and you want to be inspired, then you know what to do. Hit that thumbs like button, give me that like, subscribe, and to share. All right, fellas. So until the next time we connect, I'm wishing all of you a wonderful Wednesday. Stay positive. And speaking of that, right before I go, I did want to share with you one positive affirmation. This is one of mine. I have a lot of positive affirmations that I read and tell myself every single day. But I do want to leave this with you, and I felt drawn to share this one in particular for you today. Again, it might be something that you might need to hear. Whoever you are, you might need to hear it. Words are very powerful, and especially when we express those words and affirmations to ourselves. Okay, so one of my favorite positive affirmations is, you are unlimited. What you create is unlimited. It says, whatever you choose to manifest, you are unlimited, and what you can create is unlimited. Don't get bogged down by how, just focus on what. The where is also not to focus on at this stage. It holds you back. Your mind is trying to hide the details, all the details, and it comes in that doubt. When you're not sure, forget the little details. Focus on the feeling. Love the images that come to you. Send them your love. She is waiting to come to you. You have left the past difficulties behind. Speaking of which, as I said earlier, whatever mistakes, whatever errors, whatever traumas, whatever trials you have, they are to be left behind. You want to now move forward. Moving forward, life will be easier when you focus on loving what you have and loving what you want. Loving where you are and who you are. So again, those past mistakes and errors is just a reflection, but a brief reflection, just something temporary. They are not to be looked at or to be kept back permanently, but something that is temporary as we strive to move forward. We want to take stride to move forward on whatever journey that we are set out to walk upon. Love is the key ingredient. Remember, we talked about earlier when recapping, love is the key. Love brings the good blessings into your life. Love is all you need. Feel it, express it, let it guide you forward. Love, love, love. And breathe love into the world, and you will see, experience magic in your life. Blessings. Let love be your guide. And I'm going to close with that. Until next time, fellas, peace, love, and light. Namaste. Bye.